Hello everyone and welcome to a new My Little Pony restoration. Today we have another vintage pony, but this time it's from generation 2. You might have seen it in the last video because it came with other ponies, most of them generation 1. I love that noise. But a few commenters have mentioned that their generation was generation 2, so I thought, well, it's been a while since we did one of these and it's a great candidate. So this pony is called Sky Skimmer. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. I feel it's a him when we start with the restoration, which is going to be some acetone to remove these marks, a wash, a rehair, and fixing one of the eyes because it's missing the gem. So let's get started. I'm excited. Okay, so let's bring back the box. This is the box for the first version. It's called Secret Surprise Sky Skimmer. That was difficult to say. And it was released in 1997 by someone who loved alliteration. The pony was available worldwide. However, as usual, Hasbro had different names for it. So it was Sky Skimmer in the US, it was Butterfly in the Netherlands and France, it was Sky Glider in Germany, Clouds in Greece, and Soft Sky or Suave Cielo in Spanish. I love trying to say things in other languages. I was testing if I could say the Dutch one. I don't think I can. So this is how you say it in Dutch.
Vlindertje.
I have a bit of an obsession with Dutch, Japanese and Catalan. These are 3 languages I would love to learn. And at some point, when I was more optimistic, I thought I could, because I lived in Germany for 5 years, and I thought I could learn German, but I couldn't, so I don't think I will learn these 3 other ones. Except for saying the names of ponies and achievable goals. So let's learn one word. Let's try butterfly. In Dutch, vlindertje. Is that right? In Japanese, surprise, apparently it's just cho. If anyone from Japan is watching, please let me know how you say butterfly, because I don't really trust the Google translation. And in Catalan, papallona. So it's similar to French. Sorry, I went on a very, very long tangent about this. We don't have to do this again. Bubble sound. So let's take a look at the description of Sky Skimmer in the box. Oh, before I said box, it was actually the card. In the card, it says, Sky Skimmer is the nature lover. She's happy when she's outside, climbing a mountain, or she's chasing her magical butterfly friends in the flower garden. I dare you, English as a second language subscribers or watchers, to say that 3 times in a row. I can't even say it once, so you probably would. This pony is quite easy to find if you want to have it. It has a beautiful color palette. I really like it. But it was reissued so many times in so many different collections for Generation 2. And I was checking different websites where you can find information about her. I call her him before. Let's stick with her for now because that's what the internet seems to be using. It also said she likes to sit by the water with her friend the frog and tell her friends stories about handsome princes. And this reminded me of a story I used to read, which I'm sure you know because princes and frogs have been kind of a thing for a very long time. But I remember reading this story and there is a part that I will share it with you just in case you haven't heard it. So there was a princess. She was, as most princesses in these stories, very spoiled. She loved to play in the garden with a little golden ball, and once she threw the ball and it fell into a pond, and this frog appeared and said, well, if you let me accompany you, be by your side, eat next to you, blah blah blah, I will get the ball for you. She said, oh yes, please do it, and then we will be together, friends forever. And the frog went and got the ball and said, you're an ugly frog, I don't want anything to do with you. But you know, a promise is a promise. I have to slow down because I'm getting overly excited. A promise is a promise, and the frog started following her everywhere. And she kept complaining and criticizing the poor little frog. Long story short, very, very short, or short story even shorter, at some point this spoiled princess throws the frog against the wall and the frog turns back into a prince, because he was actually a prince that had been, cursed to be a frog. Now all of these I didn't care that much about, because the princess was not a very likable character. However, at some point there is a carriage that comes to get the prince, and as they are leaving the castle, the princess is unfortunately invited, they start hearing this cracking sound, constant crack. I swear the fact that the video is doing the crack sound at this exact moment is a coincidence, and I am so happy. So anyway, the prince thinks that the carriage is broken, but turns out that no, it was poor Henry, the driver, who was grieving so much when the prince disappeared that he had actually tied some leather bands around his heart. And now the bands were breaking and Henry was free and happy. So they went back to his land, and Henry and the prince lived happily ever after, and the princess was friends with them and learned lessons in life and was also very happy in it. The end. And that was my version of the story. I think now I will leave you with some music, just a couple of notes for what you will see in this part of the video. To repair the eye, I'm going to use nail rhinestones or nail crystals. I can't say that either, but it's wrong today. And then I'm going to add some new hair. This is nylon hair you can get on my Etsy or eBay. It is the peach color. By the way, if you want to restore ponies, I have uploaded lots of them, like pony restoration packs where you can get the tool and the needles and the hair and a bait pony or a pony that needs repairs. And there is also the book, and the book on eBay has a percentage that goes to charity. Alright, now I leave you with some very relaxing music and I will see you for the results. Enjoy! So let's take a look at Sky Skimmer before. This is what she looked like. Lots of marks, some tempera paint on the eyes, no hair. And now let's take a look at the after and have a little quiz for you if you're watching. What G1 and G4 ponies share the same color scheme? You do not need to write the answer in the comments because I'm not trying to get more engagement. I don't like it when people do that. This is just a little quiz or a little trivia for pony lovers. You heard? Algorithm, we don't need you. Yes, we do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video, a bit shorter than others, a bit easier but very satisfying. I really like the curls, I love curls. Let me know if you think it's a good idea to also like offer these little gemstones in the Etsy shop, because this is the right size for the pony. I can maybe measure it and put it, yeah, I'll do that. I'll measure it, I'll put it down in the description. There's a link to the whole box that I got too. But that is it for today. Thank you for listening to my story. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and I will see you very soon. Bye bye!